Hey everybody, well, this is my son Brandon, and we're back at the Harbor Mountain Hostel in Rowan Mountain, Tennessee, and we're gonna do a southbound hike from Watauga Lake back here. It's about 3 days, and it's my first time back on the trail since taking my medical leave of absence here, and we're gonna enjoy a couple of 3 days here in the fall together. So, but right now we're gonna go have a good breakfast. See you later. Bye. Another wonderful breakfast at the Harbor Mountain Hostel, and good company. A lot of people out hiking today. It's a Sunday, the 25th, I think. And look, color trying to show up over there. Beautiful, beautiful day. Perfect temperature for hiking today.
That it is.
All right, let's go do this. So what wisdom do you have, son, to impart to the YouTube followership here?
What wisdom do I have?
Yeah.
Drink lots of water and put one foot in front of the other.
You keep going, right?
Keep going. And definitely leave everything you can behind.
There you go. Ounces is pounds and pounds is pain.
Yep.
Yeah. What a beautiful day. Hey everybody, remember this passage along the water? I just hyperextended my knee. Well, the water's a lot lower than it was when we came by here last time. Just north down the trail from Laurel Falls. We're heading northbound this time. And I just saw a speckled brown trout down there. That's awesome. Anyway, so this is that area that's, you got to walk along the edge of the water, but it's obviously a lot more friendly this time than it was last time. And by the way, 2 months off the trail, my knees hurt. My muscles ache. I'm definitely out of shape. It sure is beautiful. And it sure is serene. Sorry about the sun there. Say hi, Brandon. Well, if you remember last time I was here, there was water pouring over that rock face. And a dangerous whirlpool down here below, and there's a guy down there swimming today. Very pretty, some of the fall colors are starting to show up. You hear that stream down there?
Yeah.
That sounds cool, doesn't it? All right, we made that vicious stair step climb back up. Now we're heading towards the Dennis Cove Road, I think, that goes into Kincora. At least we'll cross the road here in a bit. There's a parking lot up there. This is a great day hike. I'm surprised we've only seen a couple, 2 or 3 people day hiking, as it's a beautiful Sunday day today. It's a good time to be out in nature. Okay, so Brandon has had a moment of epiphany on the trail that he would like to share with you.
I'm just looking around, I'm wondering, how in the world did I go 10, 15 years without doing this? You know?
Exactly, everybody. Get out and hike.
You gotta make time for it. It's not gonna make time for itself.
That's exactly
You know,
right.
there's never gonna be a perfect time. Just got caught up in life.
So, spoken with the wisdom of a big bird. All right, Big Bird Jr. You're definitely too tall to be Little Bird, so I'll have to come up with a trail name for you.
Yeah.
maybe Bigfoot, Sasquatch, something. I don't know.
Sasquatch, yeah.
We'll come up with something. All right, anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful footbridge here. All right, we're gonna hike on. Hey, Brandon, turn on a smile for everybody. Oh, never mind. Getting a panorama. Oh, I said it 100 times. This is a beautiful day today. And the colors are out. Well, a little bit of a plating failure on my part. Apparently East Tennessee's in a drought. Our last water sources were dried up, and this is at the place we're going to stay tonight. It's called Pipe Spring. It's where I stayed when I came through northbound. Of course, it was flowing really good back then. I am grateful for this amount of flow because everything has been dry, and this is it. That's the watering hole, and that's the pipe. And I am grateful that water is ice cold, and it tastes good. And I'm about 2 liters low in my body, so I'm going to drink at least that many, and it takes about 15 minutes or so to filter a liter of water. But hey, it's worth doing. Tip from the trail: have a little the bottom of just a cheap little water bottle that you've cut off that can crumple down and smash flat. It weighs nothing, and it's a great scooper. And in this particular case, it helps catch water to put into my ever new squeeze bottle here. And yeah, boy, today very dehydrated. Did not do my homework on the status of rainfall, and got caught a little off guard. Anyway, might explain why there's not a lot of people out here hiking on a beautiful Sunday in the fall. So hey, maybe kind of a part one of an end of the day recap. We hiked 8.2 total today, 7.2 on the AT southbound from the intersection of the Blue Blaze Trail that goes into Hampton and which is on the backside of Pond Mountain near Watauga Lake. So we're southbound towards the Mountaineer Falls, the Mountaineer Shelter, and then back into Mountain Harbor. So that's kind of what we have. That's our kind of a route for today, and it's been a beautiful day. Boy, I am out of shape, and I put on weight after coming back off the trail. The 40 pounds I put back on is the weight of a pack, so my knees are feeling it, and it's been hard today, getting back in the groove. So, I didn't want to gain weight, but when you turn your body into an eating machine and a calorie burning machine, and it just wants calories and it wants to store it, it was pretty tough at the beginning to conquer that hunger. So something to watch out for next time. All right, talk to you in a little bit. Bye. Well, you probably can't see me. There's a little remnant of a nice sunset out there. Got all sorts of forest noise, and we're going to call it a night. We may get some rain here tonight, and for sure tomorrow, 70% chance of rain. I got some good intel from a guy on the drought conditions, and it looks like there's at least a few better water sources between here and there. On the AWOL guide, there's like 12 between here and the Mountaineer Shelter. He says there's maybe 2 and then the shelter that actually have water. So we'll make sure that we have tanked up and cameled up in the morning as best we can. And we will not pass a water source without probably drinking a liter or 2 and filling up, because today was very strenuous coming in without any without much water. So we only had 3/4 of a liter for the last 5 miles, and it was all uphill. So we were suffering, and we got some muscle cramps because of it, or because we feel like we're noobs again. So at least I feel like a noob again. Anyway, sorry this is so dark. Hopefully the audio will suffice for you, and good night, everybody. Well, hey, good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of Big Bird and Son's great adventure, and we had a great night last night here in this meadow. It's labeled as Piped Spring, and we were grateful to have water last night. It's been pretty dry, and we kind of know where we need to get water coming up. Basically, we're not going to pass a water source by without at least drinking a liter and carrying 2 liters away from it. So, and it's a little over 11-mile hike today, mostly kind of up higher. So there's a lot of climb and descents, but they're all small ones. So nothing too great today. So body's a little bit sore from getting back into it, and I don't seem to be having any issues with what took me off the trail, at least after the first day. So let's see how it does tomorrow, and we'll let you know how things go. No rain last night. Forecast today, 70% chance. So especially this afternoon with thunderstorms. So we may be coming wet into Mountaineer, and it's okay because it's a nice shelter if we decide to actually shelter camp tonight. So, all right, we'll see you down the trail, and hopefully we get you some beautiful views today. Bye.
Well, this is Moreland Gap Shelter. The water, it says in the AWOL guide, is a long way downhill. And I gave a guy a kid a Snickers bar. Last time I came through here to go down to get me my water, I just didn't have the. But, they've done a little bit of upkeep in here, because it was kind of a nasty shelter when I came by last time. They've actually, looks like it's been painted. A little bit of work done on it, maybe. Definitely looks like it's in better shape than it was when I was here last. If I remember right, the floor was kind of sagging. So hey, Moreland Gap Shelter may not be a bad place. It's got what I like about shelters is when they have an overhang, so you can get let me see if I can get the sun out of your eyes here. When you have an overhang, so you can actually pull the picnic table up underneath there in case it's raining. And plus with an overhang, it's windy, it'll tend to give you a little bit more protection from the rain than the ones that don't have an overhang. So anyway, not all shelters are the same, and I'll refresh your memory with what Mountaineer looks like when we get down there, because it's a really nice shelter. Well, I wasn't expecting all this far south, but fall is here. Fall is definitely here. Very pretty. And it smells like it too. Reminds me of growing up in Indiana with the leaves like this time of year. Minus the mountains, of course. These rhododendron that are wilted, it's from the drought. They tend to grow where there's decent flows of water underground, but they are hurting. So most of the streams are dry that we've come up on. We were able to get a good water resupply and had lunch at Hardcore Cascade, and found another little stream that had a pool of water that we could dip out of. So we went ahead and drank a liter each and refilled, because that was our plan, since water is in such short supply. Still got about 5 miles to go to get to the Mountaineer shelter. I take that back, that's 5 miles once we cross the Forest Service Road, which we haven't come to yet. So we do have a little bit of walking to do today. It might be a little late by the time we get there, but that's okay. It's rained on us twice now. But it's debatable whether we're more wet from the rain or more wet from sweat. Mountaineer Falls. Have any wisdom for this morning, Brandon?
Stretch out a lot.
Stretch out a lot, yeah. Today is day 3. We stayed at Mountaineer Shelter last night. We got in there right at sunset, so it was pretty dark, and we got pretty much drenched in rain for the trip in. Probably 2-3 good showers hit us. We decided to sleep in the shelter instead of trying to set up a tent in the rain. And then pretty much no rain until, and at the time I was thinking, well, maybe we messed up, maybe we could have tented. But then we were in this torrential downpour for probably 2 hours, 3 hours, and I was glad we were in the shelter. The Mountaineer shelter is a nice shelter. It actually has three layers, with the top one being where 2 people can probably sleep up there. But yeah, you could easily sleep 18, maybe not 18, 16, 14 to 16 in there if you needed to. If there are a bunch of little scouts, he could probably pack probably 25 of them in there, huh, Brandon?
Yeah, probably so.
There was plenty of room in there. Definitely fall out here. Temperatures have not been bad. My 30-degree quilt was too warm last night. Temperatures never really did drop, so I was constantly putting my feet out to cool off. It's good hiking temperature though right now. So today we're going to terminate back at the Mountain Harbor Hostel, and but it's going to be a 9.3 today. Time we get done, 8.8 on the AT, and then another 0.5 down to the hostel. So be a good hike. Good hike, and maybe we'll go get a little bit of barbecue tonight, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
Well, we finally got a little break in the clouds, a little sunshine here, and there's the Elk River. Comes in and makes a turn and goes down to the left. Down there, very pretty. I'll take you guys for a walk with me for a little bit here. See what it's like. Not the prettiest section that I've hiked today. A lot of new leaves on the ground. Most of them are not very colorful though, because they're falling more because of the drought in the end of the season than they are the fall cold. This is Jones Falls, and if you remember when I came through here in the spring, it's only 0.1 off the trail, and I highly recommended coming over here, and I still do. It's just gorgeous. Got a little bit of color up there on the right. Very pretty. The rain last night probably helped a lot with the water flow. All right, I thought I'd share a little bit of the trail with you here, especially with all the colorful leaves. We're about halfway between Mountaineer and the US 19. This is our big grind for the day, and this is just a little bit of an upslope. I wouldn't even be panting hard if I was doing this 2 months ago, but it's amazing how fast you fall out of shape, especially trail leg wise. I'm not sure I really ever did get my trail legs, to be honest with you. I talked to a guy who through hiked in 12. Well, my friend Brett, I mentioned him a bunch of times. He didn't think he got his trail legs until he got way up in the Northeast. Anyway, there was some nice colors through there, wasn't there, Brandon?
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay. See you later. Bye. Here's a big old oak that I missed the first time I was here. Thing is massive. I'll get a picture of it with my son in front of it. I missed it coming by this spring. All right. Pretty big tree, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. Beautiful.
All right. This is one of my lessons from the trail. From my last hike is I spent all the time hiking up and almost made the turn here to go into the woods and thought I'd just turn and look behind me, and it was, you know, sometimes the great vistas you're looking for are not the ones you're climbing to, but the ones that were behind you as you climb up.